We have some big news if you're a Canon user this week, because 3 of Canon's biggest RF cameras have actually had a firmware update. I'm actually going to go through all 3 of them today. The cameras that have actually been updated is the Canon EOS R5, the Canon EOS R6 and the Canon EOS R3, and these look to be some big updates as well. So this is obviously all this information I actually got from Canon Rumours, so if you do want to go check out their website, I will leave the link in the description below as normal. But anyway, let's get straight into the article. As you can see here, the first one I'm going to click on is firmware. Canon EOS R5 version 1.6.0 now available, and if you actually click into it, it says Canon have released firmware version 1.6.0 for the Canon EOS R5, and basically, number 1, it adds auto power off temperature standard high to the menu for movie recording. When high is selected, the camera will automatically turn off when the temperature of the camera body on the card becomes too high, which may allow for longer recording than before, depending on shooting locations. Note that the temperature of the bottom surface of the camera may increase at this time. So obviously Canon R5 had some really bad issues with overheating. Now just before it gets really hot, it will actually shut down and actually hopefully protect the camera itself, just so it can cool off for a little bit and you can turn it back on and carry on shooting. That's what I'm reading from this anyway, gathering from it when I'm actually reading it. Number 2, it adds the ability to convert multiple HEIF images, or HEIF images, to multiple JPEG images. Number 3, it enhances the performance of movie digital IS. It stabilizes the image when taking selfies or walking shots using a wide lens. And then at 4, it fixes minor issues, and then if you actually click there, that's how you can download it. So to be fair, for the Canon EOS R5, it's not the biggest update in the world. I think the Canon R3, that's the biggest update, so make sure you stick to the end to actually see the update for the Canon EOS R3. So that's basically the end of that one anyway, so let's see if we actually come out of it. And the next one, as you can see here, is the firmware update for the Canon EOS R6 version 1.6.0 now available. And then obviously if we click into this one and actually have a read of this one as well, I can't stand ads. There's so many every single time. Another one here, that's 4. Right, this one's actually quite a small one as well. So the firmware, it adds the ability to convert HEIF images into multiple JPEGs, just like the Canon R5. Enhances the performance of movie digital IS. It stabilizes the image when taking selfies or walking shots using a wide-angle lens, and then fixes minor issues. Literally the exact same as the Canon R5, apart from the overheating fix as well when it turns off. So not the biggest update for the R5 or the R6, but now we're actually going to be getting into the Canon EOS R3, and then the version 1.2.0 has actually been released, and this one actually looks really big. So if you actually scroll down here, so here we go, look, we've got a big list for the Canon EOS R3. So it adds the ability to set custom high-speed continuous mode to the drive mode. It is possible to shoot from 2 to 50 images continuously at a speed of approximately 30 to 190 FPS. And then number 2, it adds the ability to select full HD 240 frames per second or 200 frames per second in high frame rate. So now you can have 240 frames per second in full HD, which is really good. That's super slow-mo, and still HD is still HD at the end of the day. To be able to have 240 frames per second in your Canon EOS R3 is really good. And then number 3, it adds the ability for in-camera depth compositing, sorry, I can't say that word for some reason, during focus bracketing. Number 4, it adds focus bracketing and depth compositing, it's that word again I can't say, with a flash. Number 5, it adds the ability of time-lapse movie recording. Now note that time-lapse movie setting is retained even if the camera enters auto power off state before starting time-lapse movie recording. Number 6, it adds the ability of cloud raw processing functionality. Raw processing with the latest image processing, Jesus, I can't say anything today, technology is possible. That is a paid service that requires the purchase of a Canon imaging app service plan, which is available starting from the 25th of 2022, which doesn't look the best, to be honest. No one really likes another payment plan to be actually paying out monthly to be able to use. Adds the ability to convert multiple HEIF images into multiple JPEGs, just like the other cameras. Adds the ability to set still image crop/aspect to custom controls. The assigned button can actually be used to switch between crop and aspect ratio. Number 9, adds the ability to crop and resize images during transfer to an FTP server. Number 10, 802.1 times authentication WPA2. Enterprise now supports the PKCS12 certificate format. Adds an electronic shutter sound to be played when the mechanical shutter or the electronic first curtain is set. Number 12, it enhances the performance of movie digital IS. It stabilizes the image when taking selfies or walking shots using a wide lens, just like the other two cameras. Adds auto power off temp standard high for the menus for still shooting. Fixes an issue which displays error code 70 on the camera that may occur in rare instances when display performance, I think that means setting is set to smooth. And then number 15, fixes minor issues. And then down there you can download it for the Canon EOS R3. So that's all the updates, to be honest. Like I said, the biggest one is for the R3. You got 15 updates there, and one of them really big, which is 240 frames per second in 1080p full HD. The one about the Canon R5, about how it turns off if it gets too hot, I think that's a good one as well. The Canon R6 was a little minor, I think, changes as well, but still 3 big updates for the Canon EOS R cameras. So that's the end of the article anyway. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, you might like this video or the other 2 videos down here that I've actually done on other camera news, such as the Canon EOS R1 specs or the bad news for the Canon EOS R1 as well, plus these other 2 videos here. So if you are interested, why not give them a watch? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.